Well, hello you guys, welcome to the corner where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. Well, today I just got off work, so obviously I'm still in my smock. I haven't really done much. I needed to make a few videos to get myself back up, because if you haven't watched it yet, I had a few corrupt videos, so I'm making a few just to keep myself up and caught up, so I have things to post while I'm working, even though I'm pretty much doing this after work half the time anyways. But either way, today we're going to be talking about Fairy Tail, the latest chapter. The only reason I am doing this review at this moment in time, and not doing a 5-chapter review, is because of the fact that there was new information in this chapter that I myself found very informative for the prediction I had already made. It changes my prediction. It changes a lot when it comes down to it, because in the chapter before, you don't realize a certain aspect that you need to connect some certain dots. I was going off of dots that were there and not a dot that hadn't been connected yet. Why is that Natsu acting this way? What's going on? It turns out Natsu seems to be in complete control of the end state. I did see this weird thing about how Natsu wakes up and end because of Lucy's death, but Lucy doesn't die, and that's one thing that really irritates me about certain things. Is Lucy, if you read it and stuff like that, Lucy doesn't die in the aspect of that they're trying to say. So it's kind of like trying to click on it, like they want you to click on it to see, wait, Lucy died type of situation. Come on, guys. Anyways, like, I'm not going to put this video up and put something interesting in it that will automatically get you to go to it, and that's a blatant lie. I'm not going to blatantly lie about that stuff. So the thing that is at hand right now is the fight between Gray, the fight between Natsu. Gray and Natsu. This is the fight that has been foreshadowed throughout the whole series, the whole thing. This is the moment where they finally face off. This is an epic battle situation with the wrong reasons. Gray's trying to kill Natsu because he is E.N D and he wants to get back at Zeref for what he's done to his past, and because he thinks Julian's dead. I'm sorry, I can't say that name properly at the moment. It's not really working right now. And then you got Natsu, who is trying to kill Zeref at this point because he thinks that Lucy's dead. The whole thing that transpires is that he thinks Lucy's dead. He thinks he's dead. She's dead. So, what's going on? He seems to be in complete control, though. Complete control. What happened was, Natsu woke up at the end in the time shift situation, where he was in the other time period, the stop of time. Where the other woman was. So, what is that to be said? Well, Natsu thought Lucy was dead, because Lucy wasn't moving. Time had stopped. He didn't realize time had stopped. He thought Lucy had literally died. So he takes out the person that he thought killed her, and was trudges off to go fight Zeref. And somewhere in between him going over to fight Zeref and everything, he ends up dropping out of the time stop. So what's going on exactly? Well, Natsu's extremely enraged. He is so mad, he's telling Gray to move out of his way so he can kill Zeref. Gray is not understanding. Natsu's just trying to get to Zeref to kill him. And that's the whole point of the matter. There's a misunderstanding. Gray's been told that Natsu's E.N D, which is true. So Gray wants to kill Natsu for being E.N D. But Gray thinks that Natsu has no control over his own body. So Gray's trying to kill him so Natsu doesn't become this great demon that's going to destroy the world type of situation. This goes to show you a little misinformation that can get handed between people. Something was missing here. What does that say though? Well, you see Lucy leaving. to catch up to Natsu. You see Julian trying to get up to her feet to get to Gray. These are the reasons these two are fighting. Lucy and Julian. Julian's dead, and Lucy's dead. In their eyes. So, they are confronting each other in the end. Just because of the new fact that Gray learned. So, my new prediction after this point comes a lot different because of this line-to-line situation. Julian and Lucy will get to the battlefield. They will either have made it there in time to stop Gray and Natsu from killing each other, and them realizing that they're alive and snapping out of it. Or they'll get there a little late, which tends to happen in a lot of mangas or animes that tend to hit towards the end of their of what they're doing. That being said, it would be one of them beating the other one to the ground and getting stopped type of situation. So it could go one way or another. They get stopped before something bad, something more severe happens, or they get stopped before killing the other. But the thing is that the key point is Julian and Lucy will be the factor that sets everything in motion that will stop these two from fighting in the end. Lucy herself, still being the main character of the series, guys. I've said this many times. Lucy is the main character. This is being the story is technically being told through Lucy's eyes. This is Lucy's narrative of what happened in Fairy Tail, and it continues on as thus. It has not actually stated anything about Lucy not narrating it anymore. And when during the 2-year gap, well, the 1-year gap, I think, yeah, 1 year if I remember correctly. I keep forgetting the year gaps because I watched One Piece, and they had a 2-year gap if I remember correctly, and so on and so forth. Just these gaps just tend to pop up, and you kind of lose your thought when it comes down to those ones. But the 1-year gap in Fairy Tail, it still has Lucy narrating towards the end of that, showing that Lucy's still the main character, still involved. She is the storyteller. You're not seeing what happens with the other Fairy Tail people. You're only seeing what happens with Lucy. And even if Lucy's not there battling at the time, it's Lucy's depiction of what happened, how it happened. So even if we are watching it and they're giving an accurate account of what happened, Lucy's the one that's depicting it. So, when it comes down to that aspect, there is a lot to think about. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. I had to pause for a second because my voice was... I've been talking a lot all day. It's been a very exciting day. But anyways, so... Lucy being the main character, no matter what ends up happening, becomes a bigger deal than anything else. So she's depicting the fight as it comes to this point. It's what ends up happening. So my feeling is that either it goes normal anime manga route, like I said before, and them to stop fighting long enough to get up to Zeraf and fight him together. Natsu finally being told he'll die by Happy if he kills Zeraf, and Natsu going through with the plan anyways, and him sitting on his deathbed after Zeraf's death type of situation. And then the normal anime situation would normally take place at that point in time, and Natsu staying alive due to his own willpower type of situation. Or it could go into a more surprise antic, something that hasn't been done yet, something that they will just throw a whammy in there type of situation where you wouldn't expect it, where they actually kill off Natsu, because Lucy is the main character, and killing off Natsu wouldn't kill the story because it's told by Lucy. A lot of people would probably be angry about this situation, but it could still happen. But from the trend of what the show's been doing, they even brought somebody back to life that you didn't even know was dead until later on, type of situation. So it's possible that they're not even going to kill Natsu off, and it's going to still stay the same if I do predict that correctly. I mean, they killed off the dragons, yes, but the dragons already were going to die. It was an obvious point in perspective. So, anyways, I think I've talked enough, and I've been trying to shorten this down to more 10 minutes than anything else, but this chapter just got me amped and wanted to talk about it even more. So I just ended up making this video. I know I said every 5 chapters, not more every 1 chapter, but whenever there's some important detail that gets put into place, I'm going to post. I'm going to post something about it, because it's something that needs, that it would make quite a different prediction in the end, because I didn't have that prediction before. I didn't have Lucy stopping them, or Julia stopping them. I had Natsu and Gray beating the sense into Natsu or something, and Natsu getting back control. But Natsu's already in control, it seems. He doesn't have a point where he's not, it looks like. So, I guess that is my guess of what may happen next. But I'm not really too sure. But I did enjoy the chapter. It was very entertaining. It surprised me to learn what I learned. I didn't know what I didn't know then. So it was a great time to review something, I guess. Anyways, I do have something new that I'm going to start to do. And I'm probably going to do it in the next video. It's going to be me setting up something and doing a random manga anime thing, so I will do an overview or review of that certain manga or anything, just because of the fact that I've watched so many, I've read so many, that it's hard for me to even keep up with it, and I've been hitting that point where I don't remember characters' names as well as I should. And even though I know the storyline, I know what's going on in the whole thing, and I can depict it, it's kind of weird for me to go on about, oh yeah, this guy, the main protagonist, plus the side protagonist, and this and that, and just giving a vague description of characters type of situation. So, I'm going to try getting out of that habit. I'm going to do more reviews without doing that randomizer, but I am going to do that randomizer and start and have it published towards the end of the video. Well, showing towards the end of the video, switch to my next scene, and just show a randomized situation. Oh, we're going to do that manga this next time, and you'll know exactly what I'll be doing. So I'll read through it, get to the point, if it's still continuing on, and I'll review it as time goes on, type of situations. So that's just my plan for later on. Other than that, I say that I should probably end this video at this point in time. It's getting way too long. So, until the next time, I hope you guys have a great day and a fun one as well.